We do some VW Porsche stuff. We get a rail buggy for my brother Dean and look at some Porsches and some parts. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. Now my dad's after my ass. Get that out of here, huh? There's brakes on the front. That's kind of a neat little bumper, huh?
Yeah. Some guys put winches on the front of these things. Yeah, I bought it out in Ohio. It was running, driving. I brought it home, and it being bearing spun in the motor. First ride out. First ride. I go, man. Yeah, that's the way luck goes sometimes. Yeah. Carburetor's laying here. There's a bunch of parts in the shed as well.
Did you just take the seats out to paint it?
Yeah, the seats are laying in the shed. I get the seats, and there's a bunch of other parts and a tote in there. All right, Jake, see how this is made underneath, how it's not like that other one was? Better still.
Oh, it has the steering brakes.
Better brakes, yeah. I liked how, like, on a lot of them you see don't have that nice wide body inside there. Like, yeah. My father-in-law's, you're like this in it. You're trapped.
Yeah, and then they added these crossbars, which aren't common.
Yeah.
So that's triangulation, and then this double rail here, and then these rails. These are all. It's all somebody who was into doing this stuff. They did a little extra strengthening to it to make it a little safer.
I think even this.
Yeah, that's all extra.
And then like a regular rag joint, huh?
Yeah, that's how they are. And then they typical boat trailer conversion. This is what everybody does with these things. They take a boat trailer.
They're a little tricky getting on and off though.
Yeah, you gotta have a little momentum.
Yeah. It's a little nerve-wracking, especially.
Yeah, don't be scared.
This little nub here stopping you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ramps are pretty cool, huh? Just fold them up and pieces fall.
Yeah, shroud on there. Is that an alternator? Yeah, it's an alternator.
It's a bunch of mix and match
stuff.
Heads.
This is not the way to store your 69mm crank.
No.
There's a good hitch right there.
Yeah, after so long, I just got irritated and everything went in a tote.
This wasn't bought.
Somebody did an okay job
Somebody
with it?
did an okay job building it. The thing that makes me think that it's not bought is the way this is. But they're like $1,600. $1,700.
Okay, there is a jack on here. That's cool. And it's the whole way down. No metric there, huh? That's old school.
You know what I mean? And this is all added, Dave. This is all, this part, this crossbar, these risers back here. These are typically only built with one cross brace here, cross brace here, and usually a cross brace here. Sometimes they don't even have a cross brace here. Probably gonna
load it up. Be alright. Hey, it's stayed here all this time. It won't fall off going down the road.
No, it's probably going to be okay. It's probably going to be awesome. Probably going to be just fine.
There's a chance. Wish us luck. There it goes. If it stays on coming out there, it'll be on for the rest. We'll see. Okay. We made it. It didn't fall off.
Look at where we walking. Like, look how wide that trailer is. Mike, there's your new buggy trailer.
Trailer is wide.
Yeah, that is some special shit right there.
Jeez, Mike. The language.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
got to be illegal.
What? The trailer?
Trailers.
We didn't even restrap it, Mike. It's just the way it was. We had to add some lug nuts, and then when I say
My
we,
curiosity.
me and your cousin.
Oh, they just made a ramp, and you just.
Yeah.
That's
But
it.
it's a pretty reinforced
Dude,
look.
They actually sell these.
You see, it's like
I don't know if
reinforced
this
square
one
stock.
bought, but they
What, the
actually-
trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're called a team trailer.
Look, this is narrowed.
Huh.
Look at this bar too.
You could never have too many.
Like, I don't think it can.
I would add reinforcement like that.
Yeah. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah, he wants to race it out in Ohio.
Well, tell them, let's get ours running, and we'll race both of them.
Sand drags.
Yeah, let's do it.
But they're putting a big horsepower motor. We would have to put an LS.
I'm fine with that. No, I see draw through turbo.
on the Volkswagen motor itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, it's got wheelwood brakes. It's got the cut brake or whatever they call this. It has some neat. These are extra bores.
Why is the tranny not bolted in on one side?
I don't know. We were wondering. The kid didn't remember.
Wheel bearing? Because it's missing a brake on that side. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yes, we did. He said the caliper was hung up. But he couldn't find a few, like, rotors. You see he has brakes on the front?
Mm. I didn't see any. Oh, okay, so... Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
kind of a rarity.
Yeah. Where is the front brake?
The master cylinder's inside. It was loose.
It has a valve.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
neat, huh?
hydraulic clutch too. Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah, it used to. I don't know where it is. If it's in with, we got all this stuff in there.
Oh yeah, in here are a set of red seats and some.
That's what I wanted to do with ours is a hydraulic clutch. You could get a cheap bolt-on pedal set off of Amazon. I don't care. Make it work.
Yep.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
Look, tractor tires, disc brakes.
Oh yeah, that's the way.
That wouldn't be sketchy.
That is the way.
That wouldn't be sketchy at all. She needs.
I wish
She
we had
needs
the
some
parts to throw
treads.
ours together.
I might know a guy that might have something.
He might have Uncle Dean or Jake might have suspension.
We have front end.
This is pretty similar.
Yeah, it's.
Like it's pretty similar
Identical.
in style and everything, like the bars,
Well, this is real. This is real common to an East Coast rail to have the extra
top bar,
the extra top bar, the extra
the
support
reinforcement up
here.
front.
And then this has something that a lot of guys don't do. It has the X-brace behind the seat, which a lot of people like. No Western buggies have that. They usually, and they'll put a low back seat, and your head just hits off the fuel tank.
Do you see the gusset right here too, Dean?
You gotta,
On the front end. Like that's not.
Yeah,
That's kind of nice that they did that. It wasn't a hacked up piece of work.
No, it's for what
It's not like our
what we
Blue
got
Dune
in it.
buggy.
Like I could easily part it. 3-rib bus transaxle.
yeah, I don't know if ours has those bars that come down there next to the tranny.
You guys can probably have
I don't know
it.
if it does.
You guys can probably have this stuff, the remote oil cooler and the remote filter. Spin on deal, we won't be using
Is that the battery box?
No, there's a tray up here. These are just
That's
He
just
has
cargo.
three
they're
of
mostly
these.
like this dude
ammo
must have blew a
boxes.
tire everywhere he went because there's tire plug shit in every single one of these boxes.
He ran over nails.
Electric fuel pump.
Oh, inside are
No.
inside
No,
are
that's something
lights
else.
for
So-
everywhere.
Or is that just a filter?
That's a fuel pump.
That's a fuel pump.
It's
Yeah.
an inline pump.
That's nice.
What the hell do they have on it?
Because
I think it's the same style we
Because
have.
I want to do the pump in the tank
Yeah.
instead of an external for the Honda deal. Motor. I didn't realize it till I saw the.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, there's no. It's a water boxer in.
Is that good or?
I was told
No.
it came.
It's
I was
not
told
good.
it came out of
It's
a
gonna
running Volkswagen.
Well, it would have been a
told.
Volkswagen van from the mid '80s, and I'm
What do they
sitting
call
there
that?
like,
Vanagons?
Yeah,
Or-
yep.
Those are actually getting very collectible now.
Yeah.
But
But I'm like, yeah, so I was looking, I'm like, fuel injected. Yeah, there's the water pump pulley.
Okay.
but it's not water cooled though, is it?
Yeah, yep.
It's water cooled.
Yep, because here's the water pump. Here's the water pump. Here's your inlet and outlet. And that's why it looks so much different
Yeah, when I uncovered it, I was like, what?
So it wouldn't even had a shroud. It wouldn't need one, huh?
No, it's a
That's
water.
it.
What I'd love to have. Do you have any of your Porsches? Are they 2.0 carburetor? Or are they all fuel injected? I know fuel injected. Yeah, they were all fuel injected from the factory.
Carburetor. The only way you can successfully put a carburetor on them is if you have to change the cam. And now you end up with a 19 miles to the gallon car at best.
I used to work on one of these back in the day. Way younger than Michael back then. And
It's kind of in the middle. Alright. Cool.
And we're having issues with the water cooling.
This is cool.
And it turns out that the replacement water pump on these was actually out of a 968.
I like that lift. That's probably perfect for these.
Oh my God, that lift is safe. You know, 30 years ago, I would have thought that was a $1,800 waste of money.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh yeah.
I'm loving it.
It makes it nice when you're here. You can just, you know, oh yeah, that's really cool.
And with these old cars, what's nice too, it lifts the whole car up evenly.
Yeah. And you're at a nice working level where it's,
Yeah.
you know.
Right here, this thermostat, if you reach in,
Oh,
hear the clicking?
yeah.
They required a spacer. It comes tomorrow. I put a spacer in. But with that thermostat loose, the water would continuously flow and the electronic fan wouldn't shut off.
Oh, wow.
Because it kept pushing the warm water into the radiator and it wouldn't throw the switch.
Well, they kind of squeezed it in there for back in the day.
Oh yeah, there ain't a lot of room in these.
No.
There ain't a lot of room. And you know how you get the motor out of one of these?
To the bottom.
Bottom.
You got to loosen all this, the whole.
Oh yeah, you
suspension?
have to drop the whole sprint suspension. Yeah, the whole 9 yards. So.
Yeah.
You can overheat a 2.0.
Yep.
But the 1.7, to overheat one of those, you really got to screw it.
Now, what year is this?
72. Those
Okay.
both 72s.
Okay.
This one I'm really leery about.
All right.
First of all, like the choke and the lid and everything, a lot of good solid under panel, but I got this crap.
Yeah.
You know what I get?
When you see people that have bondoed over foil tape,
Probably not
they
good.
dated it.
I hope they gave you the other two hubcaps, because I gotta tell you,
I got one.
those are probably the rarest, because it's probably the first thing people got rid of, and they're different. You know, they're plain. They're not the.
Well, they don't have the VW.
Yeah, they don't have the VW on it.
Well,
That's really cool.
China stepped right off.
Oh, that, yeah.
Look how small the mirror is.
How some say it's China.
China.
They really help us out. These are cool though.
All right, now you've been looking at my other ones here. Let's look at something a little fun.
I like your custom building with the Porsche on it.
Like that?
Yeah. This one I have seen.
Now you can look in here and
This is a total chassis up restoration. Complete. Here's the one modification I did. See that box right there?
Okay.
I kept all the old original wiring. Bundled it up, zip tied it up in the crevices. I ran new wire.
okay.
I have a separate. I got a switch for my hot air blower. I got a switch for my cold air blower. I got another switch for the fuel pump. I got another switch for the one modification I did, the cold air start valve in these. You know that spring?
Yep.
Try to find a good one.
Yeah, they're important. Is this like the Volkswagen that has a cable that comes up?
No,
you
there's
think,
two inlets coming in off the manifold air, and then it would just turn when it heats up and shut the air off.
The old Volkswagen ones, they had the cold air thermostat was mounted down below, and they
I
had
like
a
the
cable
wheels.
that came up through a tube. And as it heated, it opened the air flaps up to let more air in once it got.
Oh, the air flap.
Cool.
On these, I keep the air flaps down, disconnected.
I see the driver's seat slides, the passenger seat just, there it is.
Rigid. This was the prototype. This was the 1971. But it is exactly like a 1970. The story behind these is 1970. These were first brought to the United States. Car and Driver did their first import car of the year in and they listed this car as an import car of the year.
Yeah. They are really fun to drive. So you're almost the same weight as a Beetle with twice the horsepower at like its lowest level.
1,980 pounds.
You know.
And here's the big thing, you're sitting between the frames and it's a boxer motor. It was the lowest center of gravity of any common production car.
Yeah.
But whenever they made a car of the year in 1970, you know how they stopped making them in August and then they retool for September to start the next year. Well, the showrooms disappeared of these. Everyone bought them when it became the car of the year. People drove them and were like, yeah, man, this is the 100-mile-an-hour go-kart. This is great. And Porsche said, no, don't shut down. They continued making these till Christmas break, and they retooled it. So this, technically, in this country, is a 71 because it was made in October.
Okay.
But it is absolute 70. Because it was absolute, with nothing changed. They just kept the production line going. And then they retooled, and then they started making the regular 71s. So there's two different versions of the 71s.
Wow.
The fixed seat one like this, and then when they retooled, they made the movable seat. So.
Yeah, that's a unique. I mean, that's the first I've seen.
But I had a nightmare with the turn signal wiring, so I still have the original steering column, but I had another old steering column, and I put it in, and you see I have a universal turn signal switch on it.
Yeah, the wiring wears out on these cars.
I made this thing to be a common driver, but I'm the third person that attempted restoring this car. Somewhere along the line, somebody put in a full-dress Bilstein race suspension. Has a 911 front sway bar, has a 914 rear sway bar, and this thing rides like a bulldozer.
I like where they put the weight.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, you get everything's
Pushed on that fender, see what I mean?
everything about German. Oh wow, everything about German cars is all thought out. I mean, and that's
Engineering.
you got to really sit back when you're working on them sometimes just to figure out how it comes.
I get people
apart.
going, well, you got the gas tank right in front of you. I said, well, this is all German steel, and if your impact goes back to the gas tank, chances are you're already dead. You know, if it crushes that far back.
Yeah.
It's got an engine, and, you know.
This is my beater. When I need to remind myself why I piss away so much money on Porsches, I get in this and take it for a ride.
Yeah. These run really good. Yeah.
How do they get so damn dusty in a closed garage?
Oh, just
You know,
just like-
auto cars just get dirty. There's only about 2,000 miles on that motor.
Oh, oil filter's
what do you think
kinda
this car
accessible.
weighs?
What's that?
What do you think this car weighs? Weight-wise?
2,250. They kept them light. 2,350. 2,350. No, wait. No, that's the S. 2,350. This was 28. But that you got 150 horsepower. 150 horsepower, top speed 140 mile an hour, and it gets 28 miles to the gallon.
Now, what's the rear end? Is it independent? Is it
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a transaxle. Completely independent.
cool?
Torsion. It's a torsion bar suspension.
I like the wheels on this.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever buy a car and not quite sure what you got, and then find out it was a real? This is the 2.0, 1975 L96. You know what an L96 is?
No, I don't.
Custom order from the factory.
Oh wow.
Certification for it. Right here, paint to sample. That's the big thing about it. Somebody actually special ordered this color. Made these so rare, would somebody pay to have a custom 914.
I love the color. I like the color's cool.
Silver metallic green. I had my paint guy run the recipe. See, what I had to do was get the computer match to repaint the car.
Let's see.
And then he ran the recipe. It turns out it is the exact match of a BMW silver green metallic for the mid-70s.
Wow.
That was used only on their 500cc motorcycles. This is about the most surprising thing of these cars.
Yeah, but I mean, there is a lot of room.
A lot of room.
It's been a while since you've been in one of these.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. Yeah. I used to work on that guy. I don't know why back in the day, that particular guy with that 914 loved me. And I worked on it because I really put a passion into working on his car, and we made it run really, really good.
But, yeah.
These are cool.
And like I said, once someone paid to do this, they could have bought it off the shelf. 911.
I like
Yeah.
your bicentennial license plate.
That came off of my old man's 1965 Galaxy 500. Well, the 924s were 2.5s, so they wanted to. So they changed. There's an 85 and an 85.5. 85.5 came with the bigger motor, 2.8, 3.0, different ones. What they didn't do was check the stock of their parts inventory. They had 32,000 2.5 Porsche motors.
Wow.
They took, this is exactly like a 1978 924. Put them back into production. And basically what they did was they stuffed the 911 into the 924. If you look, the interior and everything's exactly like my 944. And the motor, identical. I don't know if they planned it or it just turned out this way, but this turned out to be the fastest non-turbo four-cylinder Porsche ever built.
Oh, wow.
Because it weighs 500 pounds less than the 44. But now the 928s, 928. I mean the original 924s, Porsche designed this chassis, sent it over to Volkswagen. This car was supposed to be the Scirocco.
Oh, wow.
And during the test and tune phase, you know, test, development, getting it all together, America fell in love with front-wheel drive cars. So the last minute ditch, they took the Volkswagen Rabbit, heavily modified it,
Made a Scirocco.
made the Scirocco, and they sent this back to Porsche.
You just
Had a rear-wheel drive Scirocco.
just kept rear-wheel drive Sciroccos.
I like Scirocco's too, like the
too.
body style.
Oh, they're badass little cars. If you can find them, they don't exist anymore.
Corrados too.
Yeah.
You hardly see them, either one of them.
Yeah.